Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach. And we're going to continue removing strings. So last episode, we were looking at member identifier attribute and realizing, oh yeah, for properties, I need to be able to say which property it is. So that's in place now with the description. So if I remember right, yeah, we had this method within a local method within a local method within a method because, reasons. So now I think I have enough of what I need. Except here, I think I need to pass in the property accessor here. And so from the member identifier, property accessor, there. Okay. So now what we say here is this would not be null if we were on a property. I'm going to make that assumption. So I can say property accessor. I don't even need the thing there. If it's a get, we are going to do get method description, no, method, get method description of the property member, get, or you can just say get method, I think, yeah. Else, get method description for property member set, because there is no init, yeah. Oh, and then we need a comma there. There, okay, we're done. That's now going to be in here. That's what we want to return. Okay. And actually what I can do is go up to the builders and the create. When we're doing something like a value builder, we essentially want to copy sort of all this. Because that's where we figure out we figure out all of the information necessary to print out the description of that. Now, do I say here method ToString? Is that sufficient? I don't know. If I come up here and I say, we've got tests for this, right? Except here now, we only do that. And what are you barking at? Attribute constructor parameter property accessor has type property accessor, which is not a valid attribute parameter type. Oh, really? Why is that? Is it because you can't put nullable reference types within the constructor? Attribute constructor parameter has type, which is not a valid attribute parameter type. The CLR currently does not allow generic attribute parameter types. So C# does not allow generic attribute parameter. Are you kidding me? What did ChatGPT write this? Give me a break. That's just horrible. That's just awful. Are you kidding me? That is like one of the worst descriptions I've ever seen in my entire life. If I did this, see, now I got to say that, but I don't want to do that. I have to say that. That is strange. You can't have nullable value types. Attribute constructor parameter has type, which is not a valid attribute parameter type. Are you kidding me? That is some, you know what? I'm serious. This is, whoever wrote this up obviously never read it and went, gee, somebody like me who comes into this is going to be like, well, what's valid? I have no idea. I mean, I get in their example for a delegate void, I could kind of get where that is not valid. But the CLR does not allow generic attribute parameter types. This is not a generic attribute parameter type. Okay, I put this message in, and I've hopefully figured out in Camtasia how to blur everything else before, just because there's no reason to have that there. But I put this in here because I wanted to post this, because again, that error message was so unhelpful. And in fact, it has completely stymied me. I have no idea where to go on from this. Where does it think that this is? Yeah, that is my type, and it's just an enum. How does that even... Oh, wait a minute. Now yeah. Yeah, if I make it probably access or get, but if I do that, then that's okay. It doesn't like nullables. Well, now, ain't that a kick in the teeth? If I come back here, where is this actually happening? Type extensions. So member. Okay, here. This can still be that. So let's do this, because you can just go to hell. There. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. So yeah, you either give me a value, or you give me a value and you give me the property accessor. And then depending upon what you did, either it's going to be null or not. And then when we come out here to my type extensions, member identifier, whoops, property accessor should still be nullable, so we'd still be able to pick that up. There. Arguably, we could have a method member identifier and a property member identifier. Because if I think about this for a second, I'm saying this could either be on a method or a property. But if it's on a method, you don't need this. If it's on a property, you do. And so there's no, if I enforced it that way, then it would be you either put it on a method or a property. You know what? You know what, boys and girls? I'm kind of grooving on that. We're going to do that. Wait a minute. The me identifier attribute. If I do that, then this becomes more complicated. So actually, no. Kind of thought about it for a second, but then I went, no, that makes this more complicated. And yeah. Okay, we're going to just stick with what we have here. I like that. Okay, so we come into here, get a property. Either it's a getter or it's either going to be a get, which is a get method, or get the set method. Here we return this. Going back to the point of why I was doing this in the first place, is because I wanted to have a test here. So what does this give? Well, that failed. How did that fail? Void foo. Well, it's not wrong. Why was my test always giving back foo? Wouldn't you want a description? How is this even passing in the first place? Because this used to be giving back the description. Huh? What did I just remove? Oh, because I actually had foo there. That's why. I just remember. Because I actually got foo there. So, that's actually fine. I'm okay with that. Is that what it did? Void foo? Yeah. Okay. What if... So now if we do this, 2 pass 1 fail, why does that fail? Oh, because it's capital V. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect, just descriptive enough so that it gets to where we think it should be. Okay. Now, let's do something fun. Let's put 2 there. Let's say this returns a GUID, and it takes a string of A, and an immutable array of ints, values, You don't know what that is. And then we're just going to return GUID, new GUID. Doesn't matter what it does. Now, can we do test case here? And let's pass in 1 and say we expect void foo. Okay, so now we want and we're going to want this to be a U. Because we want this to be a uint. And what is that? Value. String expected description. So now we say expected description, and this will be value. Great. Now we want 2U, and I have no idea what that's going to be. Let's take a guess. Something like that? I don't know. Let's see. Let's comment this out. Now, let's see that. All right. Actually, let me check something for a second here. Oh, that's right, because in those cases it doesn't. Yeah, okay, cool. We're going to need tests for properties as well. What did this fail on? Yeah, I know, but with system GUID, foo, system string, I actually like that. I just wish it would actually give me the whole freaking string here. But I like that. Let's see if we just keep guessing. Well, you're not going to do anything? Come on. Oh, whatever. What now? Would you? Yes, I know. Why did you not? Oh my God. Oh, system collections immutable. Mutable array of system. I'm much rather liking this. So we do that. Beauty. Beauty. That's okay. Again, it's not quite the same thing I'm putting in my string. Or I should say for my member in the mock itself. But this doesn't have to be. It just has to be close enough to go, okay, that's what you're actually pointing at. Or looking at, or referencing, however you want to say it. Very, very happy with that. Let's do a member identifier of 3. We have foo of t. Okay. T and U. T name and immutable array of U. And now what? You do the T name, T value. How about that? How do you like me now? Okay. T value. Now what are you going to be? I think for 3 here, what is going to be system GUID foo T name system of T value. Except that needs to be capitalized. Now what do? Well, you fail. And that's okay. Except I gotta go in here and find it. Foo of yes. T name, T value. And then where did you go? Oh, yeah, I forgot those. Let's see what it is now. I passed. Hey, I guessed well. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Actually, if we come back up here now, we don't even need to have this thing here. We can just say method member to string. And then we do the same thing here. To string on that. And then this would be to string. Except we need the colon, which I got rid of. Nice, and now we don't need this anymore. Perfect. Love it, love it, love it. Let's now actually do a member identifier as a for property accessor of a get. Public static string data get and set. So we're also going to have a 5 here. And that'll be a set. Why are you... Oh, for God's sakes. All right. So let's put in 2 more of these. 4 and 5. I'm going to assume that the 4 is going to be a system string get underscore data. And this one is going to be a set data where you're passing in that. Let's see how wrong I am. I am so wrong. I'm beyond wrong. System. Ooh. Oh. Well, that ain't good. I was wondering if that would not. See, that just gives you the name. I'm looking to see if there's anything like to say, how about nullable? Because it would really be nice to see that that's supposed to be nullable, and it's not doing that right now. Otherwise, it's close, you know. But that would bother me, that it doesn't have the nullable characteristics. Okay, what? Void, of course. Void. And now we get 5. All right. Can you, in C# reflection, nullable, check null? There's something in my head going, I remember something about find type of nullable. Yeah. Oh, God, that's so bright. What is that? What is that? What is that? Nullable? Suppose a value type that can be assigned. Yeah, but that's not really what I'm looking for. So, okay. Actually, I think I noticed that people were answering my questions, so that's cool. But now I have to look and see if there's a way to do it. Honestly, if I can't find a way to do this, I'm not going to sweat it, because this, again, does not have to be perfect. Just good enough to give me an answer that would help people go, oh, it's the foo method that takes a string and this, and I can put in the documentation that if you get an exception, the name of the member where the exception came from is given by its member info value or ToString value. So it may not be exactly what you think it should be, but it's close enough, and that should help you go, oh, okay, that's what it is, and just say that's the ToString version that comes from reflection on that name, and that's good enough. Okay, but I'm going to do some research off the side and see if I can potentially do something with reflection that's easy and doesn't require me to build up all the parts myself. I'd much rather just do a ToString. So we'll see if I can do something like that, but otherwise the next thing to do is be able to go through all my code and make sure that I'm passing in the right values where I'm expecting them to be. And I think then I got to change a whole bunch of generated code. But I'm actually happy with this. I think this is a decent progression from where I was before. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.